What's good with it, Black Goose TV family? Double salute as always. Your boy Fluenceboxing is back in the building again, and we here with some Fluenceboxing news. What's happening, people? Happy Tuesday to everybody. Look, we almost at the middle of the week, and what does that mean? If we're almost at the middle of the week, then we almost at the weekend, which means we almost on Saturday. And this Saturday is going to be absolutely crazy when it comes to Fluence Lounge, when it comes to the boxing fights. You already know we're going to be covering all of it. You already know we're going to be going live for it. But during this whole entire week, I'm going to be giving y'all all my opinions, all my perspectives. We're going to be doing reaction videos, reaction footage, all that. We're going to get hyped for this. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We're going to go to a whole nother level when it comes to the hype because it's very rare you can say, or maybe it's not rare, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Depends on who you are. But for me, it's very rare that I can say there's going to be a Saturday night filled with boxing when we're talking about three different fights. Crazy. George Kambosos versus Devin Haney 2, Robert Helenius versus Deontay Wilder. We have his return. Some would argue that that may be a little bit more exciting than an actual rematch fight for undisputed at lightweight. I don't know. I don't know who's arguing it, but I'm just putting it out there in the atmosphere. Then, of course, we got Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall happening as well. And I think there's some UFC happening that same night as well. I'm just not 100% sure who's fighting. I'll probably know that a little bit later in the week. I just been so I've been focused. I've been focused, captivated on the boxing world right now because not only do we have that big fight coming up this Saturday, or those three big fights coming up this Saturday that we're going to be watching and going live for, we also have all of this mayhem when it comes to, you know, the Conor Ben, Chris Eubank situation. Y'all check out the video I just dropped for that. It's fire, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, or it seems as if there's a lot more foul play coming into the situation than we expected before. But, you know, I'm going to keep that for another live stream video unless somebody ends up hopping in there and you want to talk about it. But there's something going on, man. I don't know what it is, but there's something dirty in play. And it looks like Chris Eubank Sr. was right all along. Maybe a little bit on the whistleblower side of the game, some people may say, but it all depends on what you know, you do know, and what you don't know is what you don't tell them. So, you know, you have that going on. And then, of course, we had Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua end up not happening and dropping out, unfortunately. But, you know, I called that. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to pat myself on the back, but that's just the case. That's what it is. But we do have Tyson Fury still fighting, though, before the end of the year. If anybody was excited or hoping that would still happen, it is still happening. He's going to be fighting Derek Chisora. I called this. I told you guys this a long time ago. No one believe me, but it is what it is. So, you know, we have that happening. So there's just been so much news circulating. You know, we have Bivol versus Zerto Ramirez coming up. Zerto Ramirez, he just dropped, you know, somewhere. It wasn't really an open workout, but he's dropping some new training footage that, you know, I got to react to at some point. And, man, he looks great, looks in good shape. It's going to be a solid fight. So a lot of things going on, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm very excited for it. You know, they just announced the official date for Artur Beterbiev versus Anthony Yard. That's going to be fire. That's the beginning of the year. But, you know, Yard, he still is fighting in November. So anyone who doesn't know about Yard, make sure you check it out. But with all that being said, salute to the people once again, man. If y'all come up here, hit the like button, show some love, subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the family. You already know what time it is. We having a good time. Notification gang. With that being said, let's get back to it. So we're going to be focusing on tonight, even with all the crazy stuff going on, even with all the different topics that we can touch on. And you know, definitely if you come up in here, you got something to say it. You know what I'm saying? But I want to focus to start off this whole thing with Devin Haney versus George Kambosos. We know that's happening this weekend. We know that's a big fight. Unfortunately, me personally, I'm not as excited for this fight as I am for the Deontay Wilder return. I'm way more interested in seeing what's going on the we got Zen in the building. I'm way more interested to see what's going on the Deontay Wilder return side of the game. I'm actually a little bit more interested in seeing, and this is coming from a Devin Haney fan. I'm more interested in seeing Savannah Marshall versus Clarissa Shields because you know, Clarissa Shields might take an L. I'm hoping she ain't getting used to taking an L. But, you know, I'm still looking forward to this particular fight. The reason why I'm not as excited for this fight is because there's not as many what-if factors in this fight. If you want me to just be absolutely 110% with you. You know, I really think that Devin Haney's not only going to look even better in the ring against a very talented George Kambosos, But I think he's actually going to get a stoppage in this fight. So and even if that doesn't happen, I just see another dominant performance. I just don't see anything George Kambosos can necessarily do, in my personal opinion, that he can change his game plan where he can implement a style that will give Haney troubles. Just matchups and make fights, man. Styles make fights. That's just how it goes at the end of the day. So I can't wait for the fight. I'm gonna be watching it. I'm gonna be 110% into it. But if you're telling me if it's on at the same time Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius is playing, man, you know what I'm saying? I might be switching over. We finna see. I'm gonna have to get a setup. I'm gonna have to make sure I set it up so I can have two things going at once, because ain't no way I'm gonna be switching over nothing. But anyways, so the first thing we finna get into, I do want to go ahead and throw up. It seems like a little open workout, short little clip coming from FightHype.com of Devin Haney. They be gassing, man. They like wobbled his trainer. How are you gonna wobble his trainer? Let me make sure my sound right. Hold up, y'all. But the first clip I'm finna throw up, Devin Haney, new KO power, wobbles his trainer. That shit. You don't be capping, man. Come on. But I know he's probably gonna look sharp. I already know that's gonna be the case. All right, y'all. Here we go. I got it up for you. We're gonna bring Zid in the chat too. What's good with his Zid?
Oh, my bad, y'all. Oh, I got the background going.
Oh, you good, bro? You couldn't really even hear it.
Okay.
But I'm finna play this clip real quick. It's a short little clip. It's just 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
How's the audio going? My bad. Before you start that, is the audio solid?
Yeah. Your audio is good. All right, here we go, y'all. Is that real? Finna knock out Haney. I mean, he finna knock out Kambosos. Niggas trying to get me copywritten down. He finna knock out Kambosos, man. I think it's finna be easy work. This is no disrespect to Kambosos in any type of way. I think he's a beast. You know what I'm saying? I think against a lot of the top level 135 division fighters, he gives a lot of trouble and a lot of problems. But I think at the end of the day, Devin Haney, it's just like it's not a good matchup for him, man. I just don't think that's a good matchup for him. That's not a good matchup for Teofimo Lopez. I'm gonna be 100. That's not a good matchup for Shakur Stevenson. That's not a good matchup for a lot of these guys. I'm not saying that he beats all of them. I'm just saying when it comes to stylistically, physically, the attributes, there's a reason why he's undisputed right now. And that's probably specifically and particularly one of the biggest reasons why I love this fight. I'm going to be watching it. But if Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius is on at the same time, I'm probably going to be distracted. And that's no disrespect. I think the only reason why this rematch is happening is specifically because he signed a contract and he knew he had to do what he had to do to be in that position. But I don't think there's too many people thinking that this fight's going to go any way other than a Devin Haney win. That's my personal opinion. I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. That may sound disrespectful. I just think that's what it is. What you think? Who you got? How you feel about George Kambosos, Devin Haney?
Bro, you know that's easy work, bro.
So
the first damn fight, bro. What's gonna change?
So I'm saying,
Haney gonna lose some skill.
so I'm seeing, like, I read an article that literally said it was a wrong move for Deontay Wilder to have his fight against Robert Helenius on the same night. No one's looking forward to that fight.
They
The same way they're
crazy
looking
as
forward to
fuck.
Devin
I'll
Haney
tell you
versus
right now.
Kambosos.
I'll tell you right now.
I'm like, what?
As much as I like, I really like Devin Haney. I think he's a great fighter. Nigga, heavyweights has been ruled a division for years, bro. If there's ever a heavyweight that's supposed to be prime time or whatever, but you know what it is, though. A lot of people, and you could say a lot of Americans, are disappointed in Deontay Wilder because he lost to that UK man over there.
But that's crazy though. I read an article that literally, and I had to ask the question. It said, "Is Deontay Wilder a Hall of Famer?" And he was arguing. Basically, he said, "I have to say yes because I can't dispute the fact that he's electrifying." But he said, if this was, in the older era, no. That's what he said. It was basically, I was like, wow.
Look, and you think, I respect Mike Tyson. I think he was a beast. I think his motor, I think everything he stood for, I think his story, I think all that is phenomenal. If Deontay Wilder was fighting back then, bro, he'd be really undefeated, bro. Only nigga that got a chance to beat that nigga realistically is Lennox Lewis. That's the only person I would be like, yo, Lennox might get that nigga a run for his money. Everybody else, no shot. Riddick Bowe, out of there.
It just depends on what era, though.
I'm telling you, the 80s era.
Oh, it was just the 80s era. Okay, yeah.
Riddick Bowe, out of there. Mike Tyson.
Look, I love Lennox, man. But I remember he got KO'd. If you finna get KO'd by Wilder, man. Lennox getting KO'd.
But you get my point, though. All them niggas is catching that right hand and they're going
Tyson,
to bed.
Hey, the only person who has the greatest chance is Tyson.
Fury?
Mike Tyson. During that.
Oh, Mike Tyson. But see, you see what Lennox Lewis did to that man.
I know.
Lennox Lewis gave that man work.
Yeah, man. I think people being biased. A lot of people would probably be ashamed of us talking this way too. But I'm like, it's just, if you want to be you got to be realistic, man. But yeah, you got to hold on to your legends. I understand that too. If you want me to be real, I think Larry Holmes would beat Deontay Wilder.
So I think I'm going old school. Deontay Wilder.
Huh?
I think Ali would be Deontay Wilder.
Yeah. I think that era he would have a lot of trouble with. And
but let's just be real,
what is that? Is that 60s?
Yeah, 60, early 50s, all 60s, 70s.
Yeah, that would be a tough era for him.
But I'm gonna tell you this though, those are heavier gloves too back in the day. So
yeah, think about the canvas, think about the shoes.
All I'm saying is Deontay Wilder is 6'7", all
that was
anger.
Murder though.
You feel me? All anger though. Like it's not like Deontay Wilder's out there just fighting the fight. Like he really knows no nigga is ever stepped in the ring that has not touched that canvas, bro. He knocked down Tyson Fury 4 times in 3 fights, bro. Nobody will ever do that.
I'm just telling you what the reports is putting out right now. I'm like, they trying to really
How does somebody knock down Tyson Fury? Damn near really beat him the first fight.
Yeah, Chisora couldn't touch him. Think about that. Chisora, he couldn't touch him. And remember, I told you Derek Chisora versus Tyson Fury. Derek Chisora versus Tyson Fury is happening.
It's crazy because you really said that fight was going to happen, and then everybody was probably like, "Nah, that's not going to happen."
Yeah, he started talking about AJ, Tyson Fury, Char. I even started to stop. I didn't believe myself for a minute. I was like, okay, maybe I was tripping. I was like, no, they've been in negotiation this whole time.
Why? But I'm not gonna lie to you, Flu. If he did Dillian White like that, how does Deshore even have a chance, bro? Like, let's be real, bro. You know what I mean? Like Dillian White will work Deshore right now, and you know that.
Deshore's not gonna go out like that. He ain't gonna get KO'd like that.
You crazy, bro. You want to bet? Me and you can do a private.
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Private bet, bro. You know that's
cash. You know this is his retirement fight. He's getting paid the biggest bag probably he's ever paid in his life.
What you mean it's a retirement bag?
Like he's probably gonna retire from the sport after this. Chisora.
Nigga, that's the I'd rather you retire after Dillian White than Chisora, bro. That don't even make no sense.
No, not Fury. I'm talking about Chisora's gonna retire. This is Chisora's retirement bag.
Of course.
So he's getting paid a big bag, and he's gonna probably go out like a warrior. It's gonna be rough
on his shield, nigga.
Nah, I don't think he's gonna be on the Shield. I think he might get. I'm not gonna say that. I want Chisora to have a chance. Clip him. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, who did he just lose to, bro?
Yeah, I know it was bad.
Okay. I'm about to say, bro. Joseph Parker gave that man work 2 fights in a row.
Joe Joyce is a problem. Okay, but real quick. Okay, because I don't want to divert too much from the topic. When it comes to Devin Haney and when it comes to George Kambosos, let me ask you this, because George Kambosos has a different type of energy every time he's talking now. Seems humble. Seems like, all right, I know what happened. I know what the case is. How you see the fight going? Is there any chance? Is there any chance of victory? Like let's look at this from a neutral standpoint. Is there any chance of victory coming from Kambosos' side? What is your game plan? If he was in his corner, you already know how the first fight went. You're talking to Kambosos, hey, yo, look, man, this is what we finna do. This is what we're gonna focus on. This is what we're gonna try and take away. What would you say? What's your idea to a win? Respectfully.
You gotta just try to make Devin as comfortable as possible. That's your best bet, bro. Trying to throw just funky ass, stylistic, try to go to the body, just switch it up, maybe get a little reckless at times to go in there and just try to see how he reacts to certain shit. Like you know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of like be unpredictable in a sense. You know what I'm saying? You got to go in there and really like, I don't know. You got to really go in there and like, you feel me? Like try to really rough him up. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be in there so focused on boxing with Devin. If you're not on that level, like a nigga like Javonte, he could box with him. A nigga like Shakur, he could probably box with him. But like a nigga like Kambosos, it's like, nigga, you too slow, nigga. You know what I mean? Like he's just too slow. Let's call a spade a spade.
So this is what I'm gonna say. I actually agree with you on a good amount of those points, other than the fact talking about, Shakir could probably box with him and Javonte could probably box with him.
He could
Anyways,
have a better chance than Kambosos.
no, I'm just saying I'm just hey, let me. But
you know, if Doug Whiteside in here, he'll get on your ass. He's like, come on now, Goose. Come on, Goose.
Look. I agree with majority of what you're saying. Like what Kambosos has to do, he can't try and sit there and be better at the same game that Devin Haney is great at being. You feel what I'm saying?
So I'm like, he has to push the pace.
Exactly. And that's what he didn't do in the first fight. In the first fight, he tried to box with him. He was chilling. He thought he was a better boxer. He was feeling himself.
Better than him as a boxer.
He thought he was feeling himself. And I'm like, what's crazy though is like you beat Teofimo Lopez by pushing the pace. You didn't box with him. So why are you doing that? With Devin Haney, don't even make no sense. So I'm like, I do think we're gonna see a different fight. Actually, you know what I'm saying? I may be underestimating George Kambosos now when I really look at it. I can see him pushing the pace. But I also see the way, just watching the training that we just watched, I can tell they're looking for a KO. So they're expecting Kambosos to be a lot more aggressive this fight. And that's why they're training a lot more power shots, a lot more aggressiveness. You know what I'm saying?
Can we admit that body shot to the trainer was capped though? That nigga was not hurt from that.
Oh yeah, that was cap. But it's all part of the game. It's all love. Gotta give it. You know what I'm saying? If you put it in the mindset, you can achieve it. You know what I'm saying? You already know what Deontay be saying.
Speaking with the receiver.
All day. So that's all they doing. So like, but in my personal opinion though, that's gonna be you see he's utilizing this body shot where he's expecting Kambosos to come in close, where he's gonna go up top to the body, then back up top. I see a stoppage, man.
What round though?
I think it's gonna be like 8 or 9.
8 or 9? Damn. So he don't have a shot, is what you're saying.
I'm not saying he don't got a shot. I think he does. Kambosos has to do the same thing he did against Teofimo Lopez.
But you're talking about a unhealthy Teofimo.
That's true too.
You saw what he did last time. I remember you was talking shit. He's like, man, Kambosos is Teofimo overrated, and then he just came in. You get that man that work.
Hey, yo, Teofimo's coming back too before the end of the year, December.
I saw your video before we got on. At first, I thought that was the live, and I was like, wait a minute, this is. I swear, bro, I was about to be in the comment section. I'm like, wait a minute, this nigga not even gonna reply.
All right, hold up. I'm gonna pull up the first face-off between Devin Haney and George Kambosos. So I got this for the people.
That's a foul.
Is there any reason? I wonder when they're gonna start going kind of crazy for the Deontay Wilder Helenius fight. I'm surprised they didn't do anything today.
What you
You
mean?
know what I'm saying? Like I'm surprised they didn't do no like. I know the open workout is gonna be later, but I'm just surprised there's. I would expect more shit to be posted when it comes to this. Caleb Plant,
Bro,
like
they
Caleb
don't
Plant,
like Deontay though. You got to remember though. You got to remember what you're dealing with.
because I'm like, think about this: Caleb Plant versus Darrell. The whole last week was all about, you know what I'm saying? That's all I was seeing. This week, I would think I would see more Deontay Wilder, Robert Helenius stuff, and I ain't seen nothing. And it's Tuesday. It's about to be Wednesday tomorrow. That doesn't make sense to me. Here you go. First face off. It's gum clear.
You see, Devin Haney didn't forget the belts.
I hope not, nigga. They his.
Kambosos left the belts when they went to the face off. You don't remember that?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Quiet as church mice. You need to come out more often.
You say quiet as church, man.
You'll be back.
Devin, how's this time been around? A bit easier coming to Australia for the second time?
Yeah, it's been definitely a lot easier. We knew what to expect, and happy to be back, man.
And I just said to your father, a lot of American fighters should follow your journey. The fact that you come over to foreign soil not once but twice, do you think a lot of young fighters should follow the way you've strived to be, a true champion?
For sure, I set the tone. A lot of fighters will follow. And,
I swear this nigga remind me of Floyd. That shit weird.
Before and after today. If you really want to take that chance, you go across the pond, down under, as they say here, and I'll do it.
Thanks for your time, Devin. Good luck.
You can tell that nigga making that weight cut. I think like, man, I ain't trying to talk like that. Yeah, man, I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I'm not even trying to be that guy. I'm not even trying to be disrespectful. But I think it's gonna be easy work. Yeah, he do the way he talk, way he carry himself, all that stuff. I'm like, he do. I'm like, everybody talking about Shakir. I'm like, but Shakir ain't even a natural 135. I'm not saying he can't do his thing and move up because we seen what Terence Crawford did. But I'm like, Terence Crawford had power at every division. Shakir, he's a beautiful boxer, but you know what I'm saying? If he gets up in there with a better boxer, you know what I'm saying, it was more natural in the weight, what's gonna happen? I think that's Devin Haney. That's my personal opinion. So, you know what I'm saying, with that being the case, I really don't see Kambosos versus Devin Haney being necessarily a close fight. The way I see it going, first 2 rounds going to be a certain type of way. 3rd round going to come, okay. 4th round, 5th round, and then after the 5th round, it's going to go crazy. You're going to see what I'm talking about. That's my personal opinion.
So 5th round, he's going to pick up the pace, and we're going to be like, damn, Kambosos in trouble.
You're just going to see the difference in the fight. You feel me? Like I said, 8 to 10. I really see it in the 9th or 8th.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I love your prediction. I think that it could have a possibility, but let's be real. Devin going right to unanimous decision, giving him that, man, probably 10 to 2 round fight. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just being 100, bro. He's not gonna knock Kambosos out, bro. You can't tell me that you're giving this man Kambosos praise. You're saying no disrespect. You're saying he's a great fighter, but you're saying he's gonna get knocked out. I just don't see it because that's not Devin Haney's MO. He's not just a knockout artist. He doesn't just knock people out. And I'm just like, how he fought the first fight, unless he's coming with a whole nother game plan like Tyson Fury did with Wilder, I see another unanimous decision. Easy work, though. I'm not saying he's not going to beat him up. I'm just saying he's not going to just get him out of there. That's just my personal.
He's training different. You see the way he's training. He's looking for the KO. It's not the same jab, stay on the outside. He's looking for the KO. It's going to be different this time.
We saw Deontay Wilder doing a whole lot of different mitt work before the last Fury fight, too.
You telling me you don't think Deontay Wilder finna be up in there, you know what I'm saying, twinkle toeing with the jab?
He's going to do it for the first 2 rounds. Once he sees Helenius ain't responding to it, he's going to be like, I'm going back to
No, chill out.
He going to give that nigga the right hand from hell, nigga. He ain't going to go.
You don't think he's going to be in there looking like Malik Scott, nigga?
No, he's
you
not
see
gonna
him in that open workout.
All
nigga.
that shit just looks good for the camera, man. I'm telling you, dog. This dude flew. No, bro. You capping right now, dog. All what Devin Haney show you, bro. The trainer literally he said, Like that nigga got hit by the craziest body punch ever. And that nigga's like 300 pounds. Come on, bro. Let's be real, bro.
I was just like, yeah.
Bro, I'm
I'm like,
telling you.
I get it. It's the cameras. Nah, look, I'm not saying I disagree with anything you saying. Look, like I understand where you coming from. I'm just saying, at the end of the day,
I'm gonna say this: we're gonna be able to watch both fights because Deontay Wilder's gonna get this man out in 1 to 4 rounds.
look, I personally think because you got to think about this too. You got to be, Deontay Wilder said he felt heavy in the third Tyson Fury fight because he came in, at a weight he felt like he shouldn't have came in. So he's going to be around the 215 to 225 area. So maybe we do see Deontay Wilder on his twinkle toes side of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because he's able to maintain that through all 12 rounds.
What happened to Dominic Brazil?
But that's different. He didn't have Malik Scott in his corner. Well, he did have him in his corner, but he wasn't his head trainer.
What is you talking about? You're talking about a nigga that knocked that nigga out in the first round. Fast.
But we're talking about a different trainer, though. You got to think about that.
What did you tell me, bro? When you get to a certain age, what? You can't really teach a dog what? New
tricks. But we are talking about the heavyweight division. And we are technically talking about a guy
Scott is a Hall of Famer or something on the cusp of being a Hall of. He's not even close to getting into the Hall of Fame. If Deontay Wilder is getting snuck, come on,
that was just
now,
that one
bro.
reporter. I think that was a hit piece from the reporter.
That's fine, and I'm not trying to disrespect Malik Scott. What I'm saying is, don't make it seem like because he's done work for him for a year, all of a sudden Deontay Wilder's going to install this new game.
It was about 2 years now, right?
Well, it's been about a year, bro.
You're right.
Because remember, it's been about like a year and a half, I say, because he fired his coach after that fight around April or something like that, and then he got Malik Scott like July or something. Then they refought that October or something, right, or September. So he's been about.
We're about to be in 2023. I could have swore the last Fury Wilder fight was in 2021.
Yeah, so it's been about a year.
October. Oh yeah, it has been about a year. It is a year. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, he hasn't.
That's only a year.
Yes, bro.
Damn. Well, actually, I kind of respect Fury a little bit more because of that. Because I'm like, man, he's kind of fought a lot since then.
He's only fought one time.
That's a good point.
Nigga, what you talking about? It's just as many times as that nigga for real.
Why do I think he fought before another fight? But you're right. He just only fought Dillian White.
Remember, he said he was done with the sport of boxing. And then he just ended up coming back to fight Dillian White. Then he said he retired again. And now he's about to fight December 3rd.
Fury loses to Usyk.
That's why he's not going to ever fight him. He's never going to fight Usyk. He doesn't even need to win. I'm going to tell you why it's never going to happen, right? The nigga already held 5 belts already. There's nothing. And what happened after he did that? No disrespect to him. I'm not trying to bring up his demons, but nigga went to cocaine after that. So
yeah,
I'm just saying,
to him.
I'm making a point, though, that he's already held those belts. So holding them again is not going to make him feel any better. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he's good with his one belt, and he's good saying I held every single belt in the division. That's what the Tyson Fury is holding his hat on. That's my opinion. Go ahead.
Before we move on, I respect all of that. Last thoughts. Devin Haney, George Kambosos is coming up this weekend. Last thoughts. Let me know.
Easy work. I already told you. Unanimous decision. Devin Haney barely gets touched. If he does get touched, it's because he's getting undisciplined and he's playing with him too much. And then he's gonna go back to his corner. His daddy gonna tell him you bullshitting, little boy. Get back to the basics. Not gonna call him little boy, but nigga, you bullshitting. Get back to the basics, nigga, and really and go back to what we've been working on. He's gonna be like, yeah, right. He's gonna get back to it. He's gonna go back. Those are the rounds he's gonna lose when he's doing that bullshit, and then he's gonna win about like 10-2. I see Kambosos winning a couple because I feel like that's the only way is he's gonna have to try to push the pace. And yeah, what about you? What do you think?
Me personal, I got Devin Haney knockout 9th round. I think Devin Haney's really going to show his improvement. I really think he's going to show, his progress. I really think he's going to show the difference in his particular fight and why people should be, paying more attention to him and giving him more respect. I think it's going to be him. He put himself on the map when he first beat George Kambosos, obviously, when it comes to the first fight. But this is really going to make people respect him. This is make people be like, okay, Devin Haney, we got to stop talking that bull. we gotta respect the position he's in right now. So I really think he's gonna come in. He's gonna make a statement. That's why he's training different. That's why we see the different shots. That's why we see the aggressiveness. That's why we see the brother getting hit with the body shot and look like it took his soul away. Whether it's acting or not, he must have did something. So I think Devin Haney gonna come in and he's gonna get a 8th round knockout. You know what I'm saying? TKO. That's how I feel.
Now I'm gonna be
and make a statement. You feel me?
I'm gonna
and remember Lomachenko. I ain't said this in the Lomachenko fighting before the end of the year too, man. So you know that's next. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be flu on this. What if Devin Haney starts getting worked and he potentially loses by split decision the second time?
That would never happen.
You're saying what will happen? What will happen? We talking about in a different country. Judges understand what happened the first time. I'm just saying
that would never happen.
I'm just being Devin's advocate.
Unless Haney has a bad weight cut and he's sluggish out there, and he just has a bad showing.
That's what I'm saying. That's possible, right?
It's possible, but that's like 0.5%. Like that ain't something that I even think about.
I think Haney really right after Teofimo Lopez won, he was such a big favorite against Kambosos, correct?
That's different though.
You're saying what's different, what's not. It's what happened.
No, that's different. You can't compare the two.
Why can't I?
Because Teofimo ain't Devin. That's why. Devin's a different breed. I love Teofimo. Teofimo's a beast, but Devin's a different breed, bro. Respectfully. Like I'm excited. Like I'm mad excited for Teofimo Lopez to return to the ring. I'm happy. I'm seeing. He said, you know what I'm saying? He said, him and his pop said, yo, we're gonna fight two times before the end of the year, and they're doing it. So that's respect. And I do feel like we're gonna end up seeing Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor at some point next year. So I'm excited for that. And that's what everything seems to be leading to. But even with that be the case, I'm like, Devin Haney's a different breed, bro. Like he's making his own path. Like when that nigga was 20 years old, man, he signed with his own for like how much? Like 50 mil or something, man. After that contract, went over the top rank and was like, yo, okay, I already made a whole lot of money. So I'm gonna get the supposedly bullshit ass contract where I gotta fight George Kambosos twice. And then I gotta fight Loma. All right, bet. Like he's different, bro. He ain't Shakir. Like everybody talking about these other fighters. I'm like, bro, this dude, like he's different, bro. That nigga built different, man. I respect that young man.
We're gonna see though. I know it's gonna be easy work. I'm just being the devil's advocate, man. It's easy to just be saying this is gonna happen, but you know what I'm saying? Trying to be the devil's advocate right there.
Yeah, but I can't wait for the fight. Okay, the last question when it comes to, because I'm like, we've been on Devin Haney versus George Kambosos enough, because there's a whole lot of other shit going on. But last question: if Devin Haney versus Kambosos was on at the same time as Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius, that just so happened how it went. Literally, both of the first rounds starting. Which fight you turn into?
Deontay Wilder. Because I already know what's going to happen in Devin. I want to see how Deontay Wilder comes back and really, you feel me? Is he going to come back the demon he was, or is he going to come back tentative?
And who would you say I'm more of a fan of, Deontay Wilder or Devin Haney?
Devin Haney.
And I'm saying, because like when I read that article, I was like, I don't know if this is a hit piece, if y'all being disrespectful, but I'm like, for you to say Devin Haney versus Kambosos 2 is a bigger fight than Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius is crazy.
I think when you say big, I think the bigger fight, they're saying history-wise, like Devin Haney will have history, will be in history books if he goes into Australia 2 times and then beats him twice. Versus, you know, I think if you're talking about bigger fight in terms of like, you know, people watching, of course not.
It's not even, well, I won't say it's not even close, but I'm like, everyone's going to be, like, the heavyweight division is crazy right now.
I agree. I'm just saying, as far as history-wise, yes, that's a bigger fight. Because if Devin Haney does that, you feel me, that's crazy.
But why? But when you're talking about eyes, entertainment, everyone's watching Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius. Let's be honest.
Ooh, green that nigga. My bad. Yeah, facts though. I'm watching. I'm tuned in. What you mean?
Salute Devin Haney, Kambosos. Obviously, we're gonna do more covers. You know what I'm saying? As the week goes on, they're gonna have the weigh-ins, the face-offs, the interviews, all that good stuff. So we're gonna be in all that. But we're gonna go ahead and move on. To
By
the
the
next
way,
topic.
Your
Go ahead.
cover art is dope.
You said what? My bad.
The cover art is dope.
Oh, yeah, be searching, nigga. But all right, we're gonna move on to the next one. We got Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. So supposedly that fight wasn't happening, and we don't really got to stay on topic when it comes to this particularly, because I really the only topics I be wanting to get into was really just the beginning topic, and then I just kind of be ripped towards the end. But Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia is supposedly rumors supposed to be happening. My question is not really that is it gonna happen? Do you think it's true? That's not my question. That's because that's the easy thing to talk about. What I really want to ask is Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia going to be the next Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence? Niggas finna talk about the fight happening. They gonna say, yeah, we got it scheduled for this time. And 3, 4, 5 years from now, we like, man, I can't wait for this fight to happen. So I'm like, that's really my biggest question, because I'm like, supposedly they speculating and they projecting that particular fight for Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis to happen. Next year, early next year though. So like January, February.
It only happened if Floyd allows it to happen. And that sounds crazy, like what Floyd? But yeah.
You saying Gervonta Davis has a handler?
Yeah, what you mean? That's Big Bro. Big Bro got the gold map. You know
Hold up, I got you right now. I'm gonna pull up your favorite guy right now.
Who's that?
I got you right now. So you know what I'm saying? We're going to get the update. We're going to get the update right now on Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, or at least an idea. And we're also pulling up one of Zen's favorite boxing personalities. Like this is this guy. Like for real. You probably got a poster somewhere in the crib. You know what I'm saying? I want to be surprised. So I'm gonna pull this up for the people. The possibility. Let's do the tab. I got him. You feel me? So the possibility of Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia happening. Is it alleged? Is it, you know what I'm saying, really gonna happen? Well, we got Zen's probably, you know what I'm saying, favorite boxer of all time. Ryan
Garcia, Gervonta Davis.
No update, brother. No update. Just look, it's being worked on. That's it. I mean,
what I'm mad is they got the music playing. Niggas is gonna copyright it.
Are you talking about motherfucking Oscar? This guy's crazy, dog. This guy's crazy, man.
So this right here, this is his favorite boxer. You feel me? Boxing personality, favorite promoter, all that.
Update on Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis.
Chicancho,
no update, brother. No update. Just look, it's being worked on. That's it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's being worked on.
Fight. It's a huge fight. So, you know, fights like this, they take forever. And but no update. Do I feel it's gonna get made? Yes. And I'm excited. But this is a huge fight. A lot of details.
I'm asking because
he said yes. He said the fight's gonna be made. How you feel about that? You think he's telling the truth?
Oscar also didn't know who Canelo was gonna fight next. So. Right?
Do you think he's telling the truth?
No.
That's the question.
I mean, is it possible it's gonna happen eventually? Yeah, I don't think that it won't. I mean,
look at him. Look at his face. Is that a man who lies?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
He's in the business of politics. Of course he lies.
Right, let's see what else he got to say.
Yesterday, Javonte tweeted out "done." Right after him, Ryan Garcia tweeted "done." That's
that goddamn music in the background. I'm gonna get copywritten. I want to play it, but I don't want to get copywritten, yo.
What is
I
that?
probably already did.
Well, does Fight Hype get copywritten for stuff like that?
Of course. All right, we're gonna run through it. Let's go.
Let's go. You know, like.
And what? My bad, y'all.
Well, Gervonta and Ryan, I'm sure, are Gervonta's teasing the fans out there.
They're promoting.
Hey, my man really looked like he just did a line though before this interview.
Yeah, why is he cheesing so much? He's like,
bro, I'm telling you, he just did a line. He's thinking like, damn, I'm too high for this interview, but I can't stop now. Javonte, he just out there doing a lot for the hey.
Look, what stands out.
Why is he
I want to say this real quick. What stands out in this particular clip is that he asked him specifically. He said Gervonta Davis said the deal was done, and Oscar De La Hoya admitted, and he said, "Oh, Gervonta just trying to hype the fans. He's just trying to get them excited for the fight." So he's deliberately, he's openly admitting that they're still in negotiations. They're trying to make the fight happen, but they're nowhere near to a point where it's actually going to happen. So just remember that. Be aware. Be specific. Pay attention, yo.
In terms of, it reminds me of Mayweather and McGregor. You know, when they were teasing everybody and the anticipation.
Hey, bro, this is crazy.
This fight is gonna be a huge
Yeah, nigga.
Bro, what is he talking about? I'm like, nigga, Mayweather and McGregor.
He off that cocaine right now.
It's a good sign.
Yeah. Oscar, are you waiting for this fight to happen? Because Ryan, the last fought in July. Is this the next fight, or are you actively trying to get another fight for Ryan in the meantime?
No. If Ryan and Tank fight, they should be fighting each other next. That's what the fans want. That's what we want as a promoter. And look, I don't have any news whatsoever. I don't know how close we are. I don't know how far apart we are, but do I feel confident this fight's going to be made? Yes.
So Ryan's okay sitting on the sideline, just waiting for this deal to get done for now?
Well, look, we're going to keep going back and forth. That's all we can do. And, we obviously want this fight to happen relatively sooner than later.
Look, I'm going to be 100% with y'all, man.
Hey, that nigga's crazy. He's a cap artist.
I was about to say, this nigga's lying out of his teeth. They are nowhere near at a point where, you know what I'm saying, the fight's going to happen. Devin, Gervonta Davis, Ron Garcia isn't going to happen. And see, I hate talking about fights like this. But I've seen all these headlines. I've seen all these different things. Like, maybe I want to talk about. I hate talking about fights. Like, I like talking about fights that are going to happen. I like talking about things that are relevant. So I don't care how y'all feel right now. I'm diverting the conversation. I got to ask you this right now, Zen, because, I put a video out on it, and we can get back to it even if you want to talk about it. Gervonta Davis, Ron Garcia potentially happen, even if it's a possibility. But I got to ask you about this because I am, interested in your opinion. Conor Ben is being investigated about a second drug test failure, and it's not his B sample. Apparently, apparently he tested positive previously before the one we're talking about currently.
And they still have this contract in play?
So let's now once again talk about Chris Eubank Sr. and all the comments he's been making, because he's been against this fight for a very long time. Is there a possibility that he knew? And I made a video, and for some reason, y'all been showing me, hey, what's wrong, man? Show me love, but at the same time, it's all good. It's all the same thing. I got you on the algorithm, but it's interesting because I'm like, Chris Eubank Sr. has been advocating to not have this fight happen. Is there a possibility that they've known all this time? Conor Ben is tested positive for PEDs, maybe like a month prior. They said, no, we're gonna sweep this under the rug. It's clean. This is, you know what I'm saying? Don't pay this any attention. We're gonna make a lot of money. It's not gonna happen again. And then it happened again. Is that a possibility?
Did you see? I think did you put the video out that Eubanks Sr. was defending Conor Ben and coming to Eddie? Yeah.
He's saying, I don't know if he's saying he's gonna take legal action, but I'm like, Senior from day one. Well, I won't say day one, but from a certain period, he was very against. At one point, he was convinced. He was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and be a part of the, what I'm saying, the whole entire situation. I'll be in your corner. But then all of a sudden he was against it. And it's like, why did he all of a sudden turn like that? And he was criticized. And now when you look at it, they're investigating. Conor Ben supposedly had a positive test prior to the one that canceled the entire fight or postponed it. I'm telling you, man, boxing ain't shit, man. Especially over there in the UK, man. If you telling me, well, I'm like,
Well, I mean, he's undefeated, right? So some people can speculate he's undefeated because of some help.
but that's not fair,
But-
though, because I'm like, his father was a beast.
Let me finish. But like you told me some years back, you said, look, I think it was something with Billy Joe Saunders or something like that. You was making a case that some stuff in the UK you can take won't fly in the US.
Which,
So with that being said, I'm saying, when this fight going to be in the US or was it going to be in the UK?
it was in the UK, but they were using US testing,
Okay, so there
which
you
is
go.
VADA.
So
And I don't think Conor Ben has ever been in VADA tested until this year. Chris Eubank Jr. has been in VADA testing for a long time.
so with that being said, I'm not giving him a break because, like you said, you have control on what you put in your body. But is it possible that he's done this before in the past and nobody's ever said anything to him twice? So in this particular fight, he's thinking like, well, I've never got in trouble before. I should be good now.
Can I say this? In defense of Conor Ben, right? He's still a young man, right? 25,
26.
26. He's still a young man. So, and he's everything he's done, he's always done it surrounded by a team of people that most likely makes decisions for him in areas that he feels like he has no knowledge in. So when I look at the statement that Chris Eubank Sr. made in reference to finding out everything and saying he doesn't blame Conor Ben, and he says, I feel like he's not a drug cheat, I feel like he's clean, and it's the people around him. Like, I can understand where he's coming from, especially as someone as wise as him, as experienced, where it's like he's basically saying, we can all say it's as easy as saying, oh, is that going to make me stronger and faster? I'll take it. But as an athlete, the only advantage you want is how hard you put the work in. If you get to a point where especially if you're someone who's already a made man, someone who's coming from a lineage, someone who's coming from a prestige, boxing father and Nigel Benn, who's already everything put in place. You have all this pressure on your shoulders, everything in place to make sure. The only thing you got to worry about is boxing, right? It's not on you to understand exactly what you're putting in your body. This is what you eat. This is the smoothies you take. So it's like I do kind of understand now that I'm older when the aspect of Chris Eubank Sr. says more the team around him. I actually can. I'm not trying to give him a cop out, but I can believe that here's your diet, here's the food, here's your pancakes, here's your smoothie. But there was some shit up in it and he didn't know.
Could be possible.
Is that far-fetched? Am I giving him just a cop out?
Well, you gotta remember, sometimes people want something more than you want it, if that makes sense. You feel me? They're like,
yeah, absolutely.
They see the moment is bigger for them than it is for you as the fighter or you as the person. So it's like in that moment, they're gonna want to make sure that you have every opportunity to thrive. So with that being said, oh damn, Boogie. Oh, this nigga twisted his ankle. This is crazy. With that being said, it's possible. It's like, and I'm not trying to come at Canelo's team, but could have been the same thing.
Oh, wow. Great point.
You know what I'm saying? You're saying the meat is tainted, but it's like, who prepared that meat for you? I know you wasn't just at no regular restaurant.
I really respect that you just said that because, okay. So Eddie Hearn was still trying to make this fight happen. Supposedly, so was Chris Eubank Jr.'s team. I don't blame Eubank. Eubank probably just feels like he's like, I don't care if he takes PEDs. I can beat him in my sleep. So Like I've always respected Ubang. Ubang's always been a fighter I love watching. But so think about this though. I really like that you brought up that particular point. Now think about, do you remember Dillian White, Oscar Rivas, when Dillian White tested positive for the A sample and his B sample came back negative and the fight still went on?
Yeah.
Now, do you remember the way Eddie Hearn treated Dillian?
Too, right?
Huh?
Dillian White did that too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So now do you remember, because I love that you brought up that point. Now, do you remember the way he treated Big Baby Miller versus AJ?
Yeah, he made him like he was a cheat. And he was scum to the earth.
So it's very interesting to see when you're in a certain position, but that's what a promoter's supposed to do. That's his job, right? You're a chameleon. You blend to your environment to make sure you feel the safest in a dangerous situation. So Eddie Hearn is the best at that. So it's weird when people be calling him out and feeling a certain type of way where he's trying to still because supposedly this fight wasn't canceled, it was postponed.
Oh, that's what they saying? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the notion they're going by. It was postponed.
That's interesting. Interesting narrative. Damn.
So
focus. Let me go ahead.
With that being said, no, you go. With that being said, that's not because what I want to do, I don't want to do it because we did divert a lot from the main topics. What I want to do, I want to get your last thoughts on this, and then we're gonna go into the actual last couple topics. Then we can chill for the night, go about the way. But okay, so last thoughts on Conor Benn. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, supposedly being investigated for having a positive drug test prior to the one that canceled the entire fight. How do you feel about that? Do you blame Conor Benn? Are you on Eubank Senior side of the game where he said I blame the promoters? How do you feel about the situation? And does Eubank Jr. win from all this? How do you feel about it, then? I don't know if you heard it.
I think that Conor Benn is responsible because at the end of the day, you keep you're responsible for the company you keep, right? So it's like, regardless if you trust somebody or whatever, it's like, me and you flew, like say we good and Gucci whoop, but then something happens left. Of course, it's easy for me to be like, I didn't know, which I'm correct. I did not know, but at the same time, it's like, did I vent my camp enough? Did I vent the people around me enough? Did I make sure that what I was using and what I was taking was inspected the right way so I don't have these problems? Because you know what I'm saying, as a professional, whether it's me or you don't want somebody coming in and making ruckus and drama for you in your path to where you're trying to go. Right. So it's like for Conor Benn, was unfortunate. It could be his daddy, you know what I'm saying, making it want to be him greater than him, because like his daddy wasn't undefeated, right? So it's like he wants to make sure he keeps that undefeated streak because he's not going against some bum, right? He's going against somebody that has the capability to beat him. And with that being said, you're going against somebody that has veteran experience and also a daddy that boxed, right? So it's like you have double whammy
in a rivalry.
You have double whammies coming into this fight that makes you look like, ooh, like, because it's not like if he loses, his career is over, but since he's so young, everybody wants to do what Floyd did, right? But Floyd is the only nigga to do that besides Marcy.
And then think about this: Conor Benn is 26, 147 division. All the best 147ers are U.S. fighters.
Exactly.
How much luck you think he's gonna have being under Eddie Hearn, getting a legit 147 fight?
He probably won't.
Exactly. So he doesn't have much of a choice other than be like, okay, let's fight Eubank Jr.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's gonna get crazy in here.
What happened?
We got Dub in the building.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what happened? I don't know.
Right, here you come.
Comment. I'm looking at the things. I'm like, I don't see nobody.
We got Dub in the building. What's good with it? Oh, hold up. Oh, they mute themselves. All right, what's good with it, Dub? Dub in the building.
What up, Goose? What up, Zen, man? Why it's gonna get crazy when I come in here, man?
I know. Oh, I know you're gonna be disagreeing. You ain't gonna be. Nah, but I bet you ain't. What's the last thing you heard? You probably don't even know what we on right now.
But I just ended my show. I had an interview tonight, and so I
Talk
just
about
ended.
it.
Say it again.
Talk about it.
No, man. I just interview the community, man. I like to interview everybody that's in the chats. They got channels, whatever, and just try to get to know the people. But I be in chats with so many people, and I don't know too much about them. You know what I'm saying? So just trying to get to know them. That's it.
Interesting. That's a very different approach.
We still trying to get up in there, trying to get an interview, man.
You damn! I've been telling you, man. I definitely need one, man. Want to bring you on, and we like to get. And I give you the rundown of as far as questions or any topics you don't want to approach. But we talk about you first, and then we talk boxing after.
There ain't no such thing as no topics to approach.
Shit, you'll be surprised. There are people when you interview them, they be like, "Nah, don't ask about this right here."
Nah, respect to the people. Look, last thing we was talking about the whole Conor Ben, Chris Eubank Jr. situation. I don't know if you heard, but supposedly Conor Ben is getting investigated on a second drug test failed, but it was previous to the first one. So apparently Chris Eubank Sr. isn't crazy. He isn't over exaggerating. He isn't playing a character. The entire time he was calling for this fight to not happen. It seemed like it was credible. But that was basically like kind of like me and Zen was giving our last thoughts. You got anything you want to say about the whole entire situation in regards to that?
I hope it come out that the man wasn't doing what they saying he doing, because if he was doing it like that, bro, I can't have too much respect for you. You got to build your shit from the mud with me. You got to build it from the mud. And same way with Canelo, any other fighter that done pop dirty, I got to keep the same energy. You know what I'm saying? So I told you, I think I told you before, I picked Conor Ben to win the fight. And
yeah, I had Chris. I had
right.
Eubank all day.
Agreed. And for it to go down the way it's going down right now, it's embarrassing. Not for me, but for him. It's embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. And if they saying what you're saying, or if you are what they saying you are, as far as cheating goes,
yeah,
I just don't have too much respect for you, bro. It's that simple. It's a sport that lives can get taken in the sport. You know what I'm saying? And for you to, what really stands out to me, and then I'll wrap it after this. But what really stands out is the catch weight. The rehydration clock.
Yep, I know that was not. Yep.
You on the PEDs too, bro? God damn. You wanted all the advantages.
But think about when no, that was perfect. I'm happy you said that, because when it came to Chris Eubank Sr., he was in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. He was saying we should boycott this fight because this is how fighters get brain damage.
Yep.
This isn't right. And a lot of people didn't understand at the point. We're like, what were we talking about? But remember, Eddie Hearn said himself, he said, we've known about these tests for 2 weeks now. But apparently there was a positive test before this. That's crazy.
If you go back and look at Conor Ben, and because of this situation, like going back looking at his previous fights, right? Go down the line and you'll see he didn't. The fight before Algeria is really when he just started knocking motherfuckers out. And man, I don't want to say nothing
real quick. I don't want to put that on because
agreed. That's honestly put it on.
I'm in the corner of, like, I've been in the corner, and I'm gonna stay in the corner of Chris Eubank Sr. this whole entire time. Where every time I've talked about anything he says, like I've been in support of what he said. Like, regardless, even if it sounds crazy, I've been in support. But I'm gonna continue. When he said he doesn't blame Conor Ben and he blames the promoters, the people around him, I was just talking to Zen. That was the last thing we was talking about before we ended. We was going to go to the next topic, but there's a possibility. I'm like, he's a young kid. You know what I'm saying? He's 26 years old. He's young. All he's known, like the best thing he knows that he can do is box. He keeps his head down, he focuses, does what he does. There's a possibility, like, here's some steak, here's some rice, my nutritionist, here's your smoothie.
Steak and some rice.
You know what I'm saying? Here's your smoothie. Here's your pills. And you just taking what you think is supposed to make you in the best shape to have the best weight cut. And the next thing you know, you pop dirty for something. And you like, what? I was going by my regimen. I was going by what I was told I was supposed to be. That's real. Like, I never really realized that when I was younger, but now I'm like, that's real. I'm like, everybody's been in a place for a reason. So I do believe, like, for some reason, I really do, because especially with Chris Eubank Sr. and what he's been through with his sons, etc. I really do believe him when he says he thinks Conor Ben's clean. It's the people he keeps around him. I believe that. But okay, I'm done. But yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
I can't agree or disagree because I don't know the people around him like that. But I will say, to some degree, what you're saying is very plausible, because at the end of the day, what they want you to win, because it's gonna keep making them money. And so I understand where you're coming from. I definitely understand where you're coming from. I don't have no insight on it though. That's the part. I don't have no insight.
I feel like we just can't.
Oh!
I'm like,
My
we
bad,
can't
y'all.
keep blaming. No, you good. We can. I just feel like we can't keep blaming the athletes. Like, if we're knowledgeable enough, if we're understanding enough, if we put everything together enough to be like, okay, the promoters have this type of influence on the sport, broadcasting rights, contracts. If we can do all these different type of things or say all these different type of things, we also have to acknowledge that aspect of it as well. Like, we can't pick and choose. Excuse me. So I'm like, that's the only reason why I say what I say. And I'm like, that's the only reason why I try to bring in a different perspective. But, you know, y'all can disagree as much as you want with me. But me personally, I'm like, I respect Chris Eubank Sr. I respect him a lot, to be 100, and 10% with you. I really don't think Conor Ben is a drug cheat. That's how I feel. I really think he's in a position right now where just the people around him, I'm not saying they're bad people, but I think, they wanted to win. And he wasn't informed all the way. He just trusted the people around him. That's how it goes sometimes. Allegedly, my perspective. I don't know if that's the case. Conspiracy. I don't know. That's how I feel.
And that could, like I said, that could be the case. The thing is if that is the case, we dealing with something way bigger, really, because what we talking about now is drugging the motherfucker. That's what we talking about doing, drugging the motherfucker, right?
No, but how you don't think that's like?
No, hold on. Just hear me out real quick. And so when we make that, those are very serious allegations to make when you talk about drugging a motherfucker. You feel me? And so same way with claiming the individual on PEDs, and they saying they don't know about it. All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, either something really egregious has happened or a motherfucker was trying to cheat. Either way it goes, we got to do something about the sport, bro. It comes down to trying to clean the sport up.
But let me ask you this: if we're talking about a major sport, we're talking about a mainstream sport. I'm like, PEDs is part of, sports history. Period. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we should really be alarmed, or personally, I know it sounds crazy. I don't think we should really be shocked by the fact that there's PED usage in the sport. I think more so what our main concern should be is, okay, what's the factor, or what's the situation, or when are we, like, what's the honesty behind it? Because I'm like, let's be real. I'm like, if you watched boxing and if you respected UK boxing, we all know from, and Zen, I know you, I know, I know you got to get, but from day one, remember do you remember Billy Joe Sanders versus Demetrius Andrade, right?
Come on, bro. We was hype fast. We was like, this is gonna get Boo Boo on track to show everybody that UK American fans that Boo Boo is the real deal. And you was a big Billy Joe fan.
First time they had VADA testing, right? So Billy Joe Saunders, he popped actually for a substance that was legal for UCAD, but illegal for VADA. So there's so many different rules when it comes to the UK testing and when it comes to US testing. So it's like this whole entire idea of me and, drug-free, or I'm saying, I don't use this, I don't use that. There's so many different rules when it comes to, like, the UK, US, all these different things. So when we're intermixing the two, I just feels like it's irrelevant to an extent, not to a perception where it's like you can take whatever you want, you can go crazy, but I feel like it's irrelevant to an extent where it's like the rules are different. And when the rules collide and we got to make it the same, we got to make this fight happen. That's why it's very rare we see these fights happen.
But that's when we talk. Oh, go ahead, Zane. Go ahead, Zane.
So go ahead. This is y'all wrap up what y'all want to talk about because I saw something, and then y'all finish up what y'all talking about.
All I'm gonna say is that's why when we say clean the sport up.
Okay, I got to use the bathroom real quick. Go ahead, Doug.
You be do. Go ahead, bro. Go do your thing.
All right, go ahead, nigga.
Man.
I got the whole response.
Fuck me. No. So when I say clean the sport up, I agree with you. Drug testing should be the same unanimously throughout the sport of boxing, and so yeah, man, it's a lot of different factors that go into what happened here, and man, the thing is the difference, and I do agree. Like Goose said earlier, yeah, drugs, PEDs, they've been used in other sports. The difference is that when you're dealing with boxing, people always say, you play basketball, you play football, you don't play boxing. You don't play boxing. And boxing is one of the most physical sports there is. Niggas really putting their hands on each other. And so
MMA, for sure.
Yeah, that in MMA, facts. And so in those type of sports, man, it's one thing to get caught cheating in baseball. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing because ain't nobody else life in your hands in baseball. You know what I'm saying? Outside of maybe throwing the badass fastball to the top of somebody's head, hitting the ball at somebody's head. Outside of that, your life ain't really in danger. But in boxing, nah, man, it's a totally different sport. Like you said, MMA, totally different sport. Anybody using PEDs in those sports, in my opinion, man, hey, I ain't gonna say you should be on trial for murder, but damn it, it should be consequences behind this shit, bro. Because you really, when you doing that, you really putting other people's life in danger. So I don't fuck with it like that.
Yeah, no, it's very interesting, man. Very interesting. Hopefully Conor Ben has a good explanation, or he has a good some details come out that show that, okay, this is what happened. This was the miscommunication. This is where I was misled. You know what I'm saying? Something that points towards him not knowing what's going on. Because if he did know, because, some people are going to say that they didn't know, but, in totality, when the facts come out, it's like, oh, you did know. You just didn't want to believe what you was told. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could tell you, like, what you're doing right now is funding, this quote unquote thing that we're trying to fight. And then when stuff comes out, you're gonna be like, oh, I didn't know that, right? And then when more facts come out, it's like, damn, you did know. You just turned a blind eye because you was getting compensated or something. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed. I'm with you. I hope it come out on the other side of that, bro. I hope it come out and you really had no idea. No clue. You were literally drugged and caught off guard. That's what I'm hoping for. Because anything outside of it, bro, I ain't got too much respect for you, bro. It is what it is.
Wait, hold up. Who y'all talking about?
Talking about Conor Ben.
Yeah.
Wait, y'all saying why y'all phrasing it that way though? Like he got drugged. He didn't like that. That sounds crazy. You making it seem like he went and he got a drink and somebody put something in his drink and he didn't know what's going on.
Well, shit. If the way you were just speaking on the smoothies, the meal,
you the one that made it sound like that's how it can go, nigga. You gonna talk about why y'all making it sound like that? Like, nigga, we was following what you was saying.
I'm glad I ain't the only. All right, I'm good.
That's why he muted his mic, started laughing.
Nah, look. This is what
he didn't get goofy. No, I hope he didn't. I hope
I'm like that's like I'm not
trying
to make
it, ass, right?
You trying to make it seem like, is there a possibility that there was a small percentage of a chance that he knew that when he was doing some training sessions and he was hitting the bag and he was running the miles and he was like, damn, man, I feel like Superman. Why do I feel like this? But I must be training and I must be in amazing shape.
But
like, I'm not saying he's just like see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, y'all trying to take shit too literal. I'm like, of course there was sessions, there was training sessions, there was times where I'm pretty sure he was like, yo, I feel amazing.
He thought he was progressing. He just thought he was progressing, bro.
You know when some bullshit is at. Like, come on now. He like, man, why am I hitting this peak? This is amazing. Is this just the time? Like, nah. Like he knew some shit was going on, and it was like it wasn't right.
If it comes out what they say is true, if it all come out with the other shit as well, if all that comes out, where does Conor Ben go from here? Especially with him possibly being a contender in the 47 division right now. Especially it seemed like the belt's going to end up getting dropped pretty soon. With him being a contender up there, man, where does Conor Ben go if all this is true?
That's what I hate about this whole entire situation is I'm like, Conor Ben is so young. It's like, that's why I really want to believe that he had knowledge of this being a possibility. Like, the only knowledge he had was like, okay, I feel different. I feel great. I feel like I'm at the peak of, where I need to be at. But at the end of the day, why do I feel so much? Like, why do I feel like I'm at a point where I've never been before? So where does Conor Ben go from here? Me personally,
the saddest part is, I don't mean to cut you off, Flu, is that he's having a big baby experience at a younger age.
Yeah, man. That's what I was thinking about too.
Who is the common denominator?
Eddie Hearn. What's crazy is it's funny to see Eddie Hearn on a different end of the spectrums. When it was Big Baby Miller, he was talking shit. Oh, he's not right for the sport. Get him out of here. But then now when it's your guy Conor Ben, you still trying to make the fight happen. You saying the fight's postponed. Nigga, the fight's canceled.
Talk about it, Flo.
It's crazy. I remember what they did to Big Baby. Big Baby's still trying to make his way back. He fought 3 times this year. Nobody knows.
I watched all 3
times, nigga.
He's fought 3 times this year. Nobody knows.
Oh my God. I did not know that, nigga. That nigga is really trying to make a comeback, nigga.
Bro, he be fighting in little conference rooms and shit, bro. Like, when you see where he fighting at, I swear to God, I watched all 3 of those.
No one knows, nigga.
And you be like, who the fuck is he fight? Like, that shit. And then he 330 pounds or something.
That's the problem. I know. That's the problem, dude. The nigga is overweight.
I mean, God, crazy.
Fighting. Go ahead.
Damn, that nigga 330 pounds out there. That nigga like butterbean.
I'll give him this. His last fight.
He beat the shit out of people, but they sorry. They sorry.
Before, because I'm gonna let you go crazy. But it's like the same way I called Derek Chisora versus Tyson Fury. I call with Big Baby Miller. Big Baby Miller. He is not a guy who trains outside of the gym. He needs motivation. So he loses weight because he has fights. Now that he has fights, he's going to lose his weight in fights. In his last fight, I'm pretty sure he's about 315. So that's how he does it. He doesn't train just because he wants to train. He doesn't do that. He needs motivation behind it. He needs the money behind it. He needs the motivation behind it. So
go ahead.
Baby will lose all his weight, taking fights, having fights. That's the only way he's going to do it. He doesn't train to lose. But go ahead, Dub. I'm done.
Zin. Yeah. The brother looked like a left guard in the goddamn NFL, man. What do you look like? Muscle without the muscle.
That nigga said a left guard.
The nigga, bro. I'm just look. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of him. I like him. That's why I watch his fights when he fighting in the middle of nowhere. I'm watching the fight, and at the same time, bro. I see why the nigga was taking PEDs, bro. He was just trying to keep the weight down, bro. That's what it really had to come down.
It, bro. Like, he's talented. That's the thing. I'm like, Big Baby is talented, but he got a weight problem, and he needed those PEDs. It wasn't even like he was using them to enhance his ability. He was like, nigga, I just need to get the weight off.
Facts. All the way facts. And when I'm watching them, bro, like, I'm a fan, bro. So, when you're a fan of a fighter, you want to support them. at the same time I'm watching them, and I'm so embarrassed that I'm watching this fight. It's like, this is not where you're supposed to be, bro. Like, God, it just, man, and then the size too, bro. Like he said he fought at 315. Maybe that's what he weighed in at, but goddamn it, he blew up 15 extra pounds for the fight. It was 330. You know, that's how bad it is. That's really how bad it is, and it's sad. It's really sad because I like him a lot, and I think he.
Can I be controversial for a minute? It's not really gonna matter because it's good because you know what I'm saying. I don't got enough subscribers. No one's gonna care. But stop acting like your favorite fighter ain't never took no PEDs and make sure they either lost weight or gained weight. I'm like, stop acting like that.
Crawford ever took PEDs. I'm sorry.
That's a good point.
I don't think Bud has.
You want to know why I agree with that? And I think that's a great point, but is it relevant to the conversation we're having? We're talking about smaller fighters.
Yeah. Well, let me ask this.
Natural ability matters more in smaller fighters. Natural ability doesn't matter as much in bigger fighters. If I'm 5'10" and I just happen to have a body type where I got to be a heavyweight, I might have all the power in the world. It ain't gonna mean nothing.
I gotta land my shit, and it's gonna be hard to land my shit at 5'10".
That's it.
That's a fact.
You can have a Deontay Wilder, but if he's 5'10", he ain't Deontay Wilder.
Facts. He's top Mike Tyson.
No, nigga, he ain't even Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson was special.
What did we just talk about, Zen? We just talked about all of it. Like, we went through who would beat Deontay Wilder during those times. And nigga, we had to go back to the 50s and 60s. I said Larry Holmes. You said Muhammad Ali. Like, I'm like, who's beating Deontay Wilder? George Foreman? Tyson is the best chance when it comes to all those, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to like the 80s. Not Lennox Lewis.
Man, them boys, they might fuck Deontay Wilder up, bro.
No. Who? Lennox Lewis?
Man, a lot. Man, you saying Muhammad Ali wouldn't?
No, that's what he's saying. He's like, we had to go back all the way to the like 60s and 70s.
Okay, I got you.
That was our point. Like yeah, Muhammad Ali, Larry Holmes.
Okay. That's his name. I think you were saying that Deontay Wilder would beat all of them. I'm like,
hell nah, nigga. We saying we had to go that far back to be like, that's yeah.
No, that's shit. Maybe, like you said, maybe Mike, maybe Lennox Lewis, maybe.
Yeah. Zen said Lennox Lewis would beat Deontay. I don't think Lennox Lewis would beat Deontay.
I said that'd be the highest chance. Don't put words.
Lennox Lewis would get his. I think he would get.
Don't put words in my mouth. I said that's the highest percentage.
Yeah, I like maybe Evander Holyfield. Man, Evander Holyfield probably get his ass knocked out, bro.
Holyfield would get knocked out. You crazy? I seen what happened with Belfort, nigga.
Riddick Bowe gave Evander Holyfield hell.
Man, it's hard to. Yeah. I see what y'all saying.
Niggas who be talking shit about Wilder, they just be in the moment, and they be telling me like, yo, you ain't really respect boxing for his history. You be in the moment, like you're a fan of a boxer, so you just looking at it as if he would fight your favorite boxer. They don't look at it in that. Like I was just telling Zen, I read an article saying they would argue Deontay Wilder isn't a Hall of Famer.
Boxing scene, right?
Yeah.
And it's crazy. I'm in Atlanta and shit. So my nigga Tay, he called Pac-Man. He called them, and they actually took that article down. He made them take that damn shit down. But it was for real. Yeah, go look at it. It ain't up no more.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. No. What's crazy is that y'all said
they should let them. I would argue they should let it stay up.
But how isn't so Deontay? He's Deontay Wilder's not a Hall of Famer?
It's not about that. I think it's about you gotta allow niggas to have their opinion. You feel me?
No, I'm not talking about whatever they. Man, I agree with the opinion shit, man. You say what you want to. The only problem is that when you work for a publication like you work for, or a site like you work for, there are certain things that will get your ass sued. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not saying
but the suing comes behind someone saying that you can't express your opinion. Like, that's my only problem with the whole situation. It's like you gotta allow that because I'm like,
No,
people who really rock with you, the people who really believe in it, they gonna defend you. I'm like, you can't like. We in a different era right now. I just don't believe in censoring somebody or having somebody take their shit down.
I agree with
opinion.
I agree 100% with you. Like, only argue I'm making is that somebody like boxing would do it because they don't want to have no trouble over what was said in the article. And so, if the same way, whatever you say, I don't care what it is, you could say, I want right side left toe cut off. You feel me? And he'll never walk again.
That's crazy.
I can't really. I can't. That I'm not against that. What I'm against is
talking crazy. Talking some shit like that.
Well, you'd be surprised. And on YouTube, bro, you really be. Man, you know better than I do, probably. So
yeah, no, I know YouTube niggas be crazy, but I don't be taking that shit for real.
No, I'm just saying. At the end of the day, say what you gonna say. I agree. You got to have the freedom of speech. At the same time, as a company, I know there have been multiple times when people wanted to use their freedom of speech to speak out, and companies would censor them and stop them from saying, because at the end of the day, it wasn't good for the company's bottom line. Honestly, if it's my company, if it ain't good for my bottom line, I might censor your ass. Respectfully.
No, I respect it. All right, let me ask this because I'm like, Dub ain't been in the building for a minute, man. He's been MIA for the minute when it comes to the challenge, but all right. And then also Zen too. I know you're doing your thing on the 2K side of the game. I see you got the good food going, but
this nigga ain't paying.
Nah, nigga, y'all all good. I appreciate y'all being on here, man. I appreciate y'all having your presence, having your opinion, man. For real, it means a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a Tuesday night, nigga.
Is Zen playing now?
That nigga playing 2K. I respect it.
Salute to you, Zen, man. Salute. I wish, man. Y'all living good.
No, I ain't play 2K, man, but I respect it. I wish I could still enjoy 2K. That's why I be like, that's why I be respecting it. I'm like, I be living my life through Zen. Like he's still
that's how I feel right.
Shit. So I don't be feeling no way. Like the way I be living my life, I be living my life through the streams, man. I be having a good time when it comes to the streams, man. So I'm like, appreciate you being back up in here, Dub. But I do want to ask you real quick. This seems like a myth,
right?
Say that again. Go ahead, Zen.
I said the Terence Crawford fight's happening, right?
Well, no, we're gonna get into that. But before I do want to ask this because I haven't heard his opinion. You know what I'm saying? Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia supposedly they're in talks. Me and Zen, we did watch, you know what I'm saying, a couple of videos, especially of Zen's favorite fighter, Oscar De La Hoya.
Bro, this dude
to this day, he loves Oscar De La Hoya. Like, I know Zen loves. I just know, you know what I'm saying? I've talked to a lot of people. I've never, talked to anybody more passionate about how much they love a fighter than Oscar De La Hoya does. But with that being,
God, funny. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Yeah.
With that being the case, like, how much do you believe the possibility of Ryan Garcia versus Javonte Davis happening? Do you think it's just all talk? What's your thoughts on that whole entire situation before we move on?
Man, it's an interesting situation. It's an interesting situation first. You had Stephen Espinosa come out not too long ago saying, they trying to make it, but they further from making that fight than they are EJ Crawford. That's Stephen Espinosa. I didn't say he said it, but so
Speak from your heart, man. Don't hold nothing back, man. This whole stream already demonetized because of music. So go ahead, nigga.
Man, listen. I'm a fan. Oh, let me rephrase that. I love to hear Stephen Espinosa talk because I feel like a lot of times he gives it straight down the middle, but then I have seen that there are times that he gonna sugarcoat the shit out of shit. And in this situation, man, I'm not too. I want to believe that fight happens. I don't think that fight happening no time soon. The only light I see for the fight is that I've been hearing that Ryan Garcia, his lawyers and things have been negotiating versus Oscar De La Hoya. And so with Ryan bringing his lawyers in, and a lot of his lawyers are more on the quote unquote PBC side of things, there is a possibility there, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. Can Oscar afford to lose Ryan Garcia?
No, you already lost Canelo.
And so if what they're saying is true, and they're saying that Ryan is using his lawyers and things to negotiate this fight versus, and I brought this up earlier, the Muhammad Ali Act. One of the stipulations in the Muhammad Ali Act is that if you can find a fight that's bigger than the fight that your promoter currently has you in, then you can pursue that fight. What's a bigger fight than Ryan?
So you believe in Ryan Garcia?
See, you done missed everything I done said, and now he come back and say, now he come back the first thing he say you believe in Ryan Garcia. God damn.
Oh my!
Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
No, what I'm saying is I still don't think the fight is happening. But like I was saying before, I've heard rumblings behind the scenes that that Ryan Garcia's lawyers have been in more communication and trying to make the fight versus what's his name? Golden Boy. What's Golden Boy? I can't even think of his name now.
Oscar?
La Hoya. I don't know
His favorite fighter is Oscar De La Hoya?
You forget that. So, but I heard
That's
that
his favorite fighter.
Hey, Goose's favorite fighter over there is Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Okay.
Oh, you a Chavez Jr. fan?
Nah, he's talking shit.
Chavez Jr. Oh,
He's talking shit. Come on now. Don't pay
That's that
attention.
nigga
Go ahead.
favorite
Go ahead,
fighter.
Doug.
Like,
Don't listen
he was
to
so
him. He's
hurt when
talking shit.
NSL beat him. He was like, no, that was a
Come on, man. Go ahead, Doug. Go ahead. Don't listen to this thing. That's crazy.
At the end of the day, all I'm saying is from what I've been hearing, that Ryan is actually trying to make this fight. And the other thing is that he's looking, if De La Hoya doesn't support it, do whatever. And, according to Steven Espinosa, we ain't sharing shit with the zone. So it's going to have to be over on Showtime if that fight happens. I'm hearing two things, man. Ryan trying to make it. And if Oscar ain't trying to make it, then Ryan is looking to leave Oscar. And I don't think Oscar can afford to lose Ryan. So I think at the end of the day, he's going to try to make that fight.
No. So let me tell you this. This is the one thing I want to correct everybody on, or at least in my personal opinion. When they're talking about, like we already acknowledged, Oscar has been trying to make it. Ryan has been trying to make it. But Javonte, TMT, Floyd, they haven't been on the same terms because they want to make sure Javonte gets the majority, the bulk of the fight. The problem now and the discrepancy between Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia now is not that the fact that Ryan Garcia wants to make the fight and Oscar De La Hoya doesn't. They both want to make the fight. But Ryan Garcia is young. So he's willing to be like, as a fighter, just like we saw Ty, correct me, Zen, Tui with the Miami Dolphins, concussion.
Tua?
Not Ty Tuivasi.
Tua.
Ty Tua. Hey, I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna act like I don't have a concussion, but really I do. It's my back. And now, you know what I'm saying? I forfeited my whole entire future, for this particular play or for this particular moment. We're seeing the same situation. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying when it comes to Ryan Garcia, when it comes to Gervonta Davis situation, Ryan Garcia is in a situation where he feels like, I want to fight Javonte now and I can beat him now. And possibly some people think that he can. Devin, there's some people that does it. I'm not even going to go into names, but there's people that think they can. There's interviews saying that either way, the only reason we see Oscar De La Hoya stopping the fight, preventing the fight from happening is because specifically you have time. Take your time. There's no reason to rush anything. There's no reason to make this fight happen right now. You're younger. You're younger than Gervonta Davis. We don't have to make this fight happen. That's not being scared of the fight actually happen. That's not hoping that the fight doesn't actually take place. That's being a smart businessman. So I don't see how we're going to criticize Ryan Garcia for making a smart decision move early in his career. Yes, he can take this fight, and he's been open to take the fight.
I see.
But if it doesn't happen,
look.
So this is real quick, and Zen. First thing I gotta say this: did you win, bro? You had to win.
No. Look, I was down 6 points with 40 seconds left, and I just tied the game up. Back-to-back threes, baby.
he's gonna lose.
Who you playing with, bro? Who you playing with?
He's gonna lose. He's celebrating way too early. He's
playing with who? Hold on. Who you playing with?
The Jazz.
The Jazz?
He's gonna lose because he's celebrating too early.
Okay.
I was supposed to lose, and I just hit back-to-back threes. I gotta celebrate.
Nah, I'm playing. You gonna get
I'm celebrating with him. But we gonna go back. I need the results, man. Focus though. Focus, brother. Focus.
We gonna get it
up. My bad. I love to see people win, bro. So all right, look. This is the thing.
The week. Hey,
go ahead.
Where you been? You been gone from it. Hey, this weekend finna be crazy, man.
You gotta be in the building, at least in the comment section. You can't
come
even get
on, man. We finna be going crazy this weekend, man.
Wilder's back.
Wilder back. Devin Haney.
Before y'all keep continuing, it says right here, it says Deontay Wilder confirms Anthony Joshua fight will happen.
Man, fuck that.
He want the Usyk fight though too. I see Usyk versus Wilder happening. And Anthony Joshua versus Joshua happening after Wilder beats Helenius, after after Tyson Fury beats Derek Chisora, which I called from the beginning. Anyone wants to act like it's something new?
Fighting Tyson Fury fighting Derek Chisora.
Oh yeah, man. Hey man, you know I'll be tapped in on the UK side of the game. Salute the last one. Last one been part of the family since I've been a young nigga. I'm almost old. I remember I was 25. Last one been in the building. I've always been a UK boxing fan since day one. But yeah, Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora December 3rd or December 9th or something like that. But yeah, I've been recording.
Flu. One thing I've told you, I gotta call you Flu now. That's a damn shame. You used to be Goose, but you're Flu now. Listen,
I'm both, nigga.
One thing,
that's all respect.
One thing I told you, bro, you tapped in more to the UK thing, the UK side than I can ever be, and so
I'm in the UK side crazy.
So how?
Nothing but love to the UK people, man.
No, nothing but love to man. Those are some of the best boxing fans there are, bro. Like
y'all don't know, man. I'm about to go crazy. I'm about to improve the YouTube side of the game, man. I got y'all, man, for real.
Hold on, wait a minute though. So this what you telling me? I got. So you telling me that Tyson Fury is gonna fight Derek Chisora?
Yeah.
When there's a Anthony Joshua.
How long have I been talking about this fight happening? It's been at least
a couple months now.
All right, I was gonna say a month and a half, but yes, at least a couple months. I've been telling people.
Why he not fighting?
People been saying I've been capping, like that's not happening. We finna see this Tyson Fury AJ. I'm telling you, we're gonna see Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora the same way we're seeing Robert. Think of this. Listen to me for a minute. We have Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius, right? Beautiful matchup. We're gonna enjoy it. We most predict or expect Deontay Wilder to do what he do. Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora. Beautiful matchup. All of us love it. Watch it. But we expect Tyson Fury to do what he do. Next year, what's going to end up happening? Now we're going to be able to say, okay, Deontay Wilder can fight Usyk. Tyson Fury, he can fight AJ. Now, me personally, if I was Deontay Wilder, I'll take the Andy Ruiz fight. I want to take the Usyk fight. But he's going to be pressured into that fight because of the money. But it's like a little tournament when it comes to the heavyweight division. So it's like, I seen this from the beginning. So like, I'm telling you, this is what it's going to be. This is how it's going to go. The only thing I would be surprised by is if Helenius somehow beats Deontay Wilder. That would be great. But other than that, that's how it's probably going.
Well, remember, Andy Ruiz is still on the table. Don't forget about Ruiz.
Andy Ruiz is only on the table if anyone decides to fight him. Remember, Deontay Wilder has to choose. He has to choose to fight him for Andy Ruiz to be a factor.
How the fuck did Derek Chisora jump into the equation, bro?
See, he on the same shit. I was telling Food. I said, "This you're about to get worked." Like if any white.
And this is why y'all niggas is U.S. boxing fans. The reason why Derek Chisora comes into the equation is because Tyson Fury can't fight in the U.S.
I got that, bro. But you can still have even him and AJ will be in the UK. Why would he fight AJ over Chisora, bro?
Why
It
would
does.
AJ fight Tyson Fury and take that chance? He just took an L.
AJ said AJ and Eddie Hearn said they was ready to sign shit.
Dub, you believe that?
I'm just telling you what they said, bro. I can't. I don't know what to fucking believe. I don't know what the fuck to believe in the sport of boxing.
AJ versus Tyson Fury is not a good matchup stylistically, boxing wise, for Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua knows what this case is. He knows. I truly do believe when Frank Warren was saying this fight was being dragged out, I truly believe Eddie Hearn, AJ, they didn't want this fight.
Frank Warren's to do that old Don King money, right?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Frank Warren, no. Frank Warren is legendary. Don't disrespect Frank Warren. Frank
It's
Warren
funny
is
because Don King really was holding.
Frank Warren is George Joyce's promoter. Frank Warren is George Joyce's main promoter. So don't disrespect Frank.
Bro, that's not funny to you. Don King really was holding another nigga money because he's like,
no. Don King is a crazy nigga. Don King is crazy.
So you're not gonna respect Don King, but you'll respect Frank Warren.
I do. I'm just saying, don't try and just play that nigga out for saying some shit like that. It seems like you're trying to play him out right there.
Don King,
but you can disrespect Don King. Damn.
That's what you got. Me and Dub want to say, damn, Flu.
Damn.
I disrespect Don King all day. Don King ain't shit. That nigga ain't that shit for boxing, nigga. I disrespect Don King all day.
So we should be able to disrespect all these promoters, all of them. So what's
them, but some niggas is worse to the sport than others.
The love that you have with Frank Warren? What's there, bro? I don't understand it. I don't understand. You ain't got.
Hey, Dub, and I've been around my nigga for a long time. I ain't never heard this nigga be like, Frank Warren is the GOAT. He always said Eddie Hearn. He gave Al Heyman his respect.
I'm not even saying. I said Frank Warren is the GOAT. That's crazy. I didn't say it.
You just told us we can't disrespect Frank Warren, bro.
Because he's really the reason why I'm saying you can't disrespect him is because
I disrespect Al Heyman, Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, you name him. I done said some crazy shit about him because
let me say this real quick, though. When I talk about disrespecting, I mean disrespecting in the aspect of whatever subject we talking about. I'm not saying they ain't been bad for the sport. I'm not saying they ain't done wrong things. I ain't saying they done play someone. But when we're talking about a particular subject, if they benefited, enhanced the situation, upgraded the situation, is something we have to acknowledge. It's like, okay, this happened because of them. That's what I'm referring to. I'm just being very, case by case when it comes to something I'm acknowledging or something I'm, specifically talking about.
I'm a pass it to Zen. I plead the fifth on your response right there. I plead the fifth.
Yeah, that shit. That was that shit right there.
So Crawford and Bud.
No, Zed. No, don't even worry about it. Look, this is what I'm finna say right here. All right. Because what we gonna do? We talked about Devin, Haney, Kambosos happening. We talked about Davis versus Ryan Garcia.
I didn't get a chance, bro. That's the fight I want to talk real quick. If I can touch on Devin and
don't go too crazy, nigga. We already been through the Devin, Haney, Kambosos, nigga. You came in late, nigga.
Listen, what y'all say about it? I just want to hear what y'all said about it. And I ain't even gonna put my 2 cents in. I just want to hear what y'all said about it.
I said it wasn't gonna be that interesting. I said we're gonna be personally if Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius is happening at the same time. That's what I'll be watching because I think Haney's gonna get him out of there in 8. And then Zen, you say what you said.
Hold on. You calling the stoppage, Flu?
Yeah.
Okay. Zen.
I said 10-2 unanimous decision for Devin Haney.
Yeah,
all right. Do y'all think? I don't.
We didn't have much to say about it. We thought it was that's the most least interesting fight of everything that's happening that week.
That's crazy. You didn't even talk on Clarissa Shields fight. You didn't even mention her. None.
The only reason I haven't is because I haven't been paying too much attention to it. Just from the little bit I have been putting my eyes on it, it seems like it's a pretty close fight. So I'm gonna watch it, and I want to be surprised. You feel
Did,
me?
did y'all talk about? Well, if y'all didn't talk about Shields Marshall, I know y'all didn't talk about Michaela Mayer versus Alicia Baumgartner.
Hell nah. I just know Bo Gardner look good in the motherfucker. Go ahead.
Baumgartner, she fine as shit. She fine as shit, but man, that's gonna be a good ass fight. That's gonna be it. Man, I ain't gonna hold you.
But that's gonna be on the early side of the game. That's gonna be on the right. That's gonna be on the zone side of the game, like 3, 4 o'clock or something like that. Or no,
Not,
5 o'clock. My bad.
it's Sky Sports, and Sky Sports they co-promote with ESPN Plus, and so that's where the fights will be. So what we'll have, I believe, tomorrow is not. I said tomorrow on Saturday.
Yeah,
It's,
Saturday. I
it's,
can't wait though.
yeah, I'm with you, but it'll go the Savannah Marshall versus Clarissa Shields card. It'll go first. That shit should start somewhere about 2 p.m. Eastern time. And then Devin, they'll be on the same card or on the same program, ESPN Plus. And then after that, which that main event,
DeAndre Wilder.
right, and Devin, they main event of walk is supposed to happen like 10:30 Eastern. And then Deontay Wilder, they main event wall is supposed to happen 12. What is it? I think it's 12 a.m. Eastern. You know what I'm saying? So I
So
think
it's gonna be
it,
a crazy time.
I never talked about the Caleb Plant fight though, man. We gotta see what Caleb Plant's gonna do.
We
after
still
that.
got we got Caleb Plant versus Anthony Durrell happening
man,
in that same card
Crazy
too.
fight right there, man. Don't you
he
see
gonna get out of the dog, man. I love the dog. I love him. But he gonna get it. Anthony Durrell, the nigga. How old is Anthony Durrell? 37, 38?
You know, you around there.
Man, get him out the room, man. But hey,
You know what I'm saying? You close.
out sometimes. You got to put the dog. Caleb put the dog out, man. Respect.
Anthony Durrell. Let's see how old he is. Damn, yeah, he's 37.
See,
Like, there ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I think it's gonna be a good time. I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think a lot of y'all gonna be surprised. So I think this Saturday, I'm not even gonna predict. I just can't wait for this Saturday.
You got to pick somebody, nigga.
Yeah, nigga. How you do to me?
No. I will pick somebody, but it's too early. I will. So I'm like, do it because what I'm finna do. Because I'm like, it's getting on the late side of the game. Yeah, I know.
What day you picking them? Let me know what day you picking them so I can make sure I tune in. Goddamn it.
We're gonna do it Thursday most likely. But last thoughts, everybody. Okay, let me go.
Dub first.
All right, Dub, go ahead. Dub, what's your last thoughts? Go ahead.
You always got to you always got to get Zen to whoever on the panel. You got to let that nigga be the last one because I know how y'all rock. Respectfully, and I support it all the way, man. I love the camaraderie, man. Man, look. Anybody who don't know, we got Rocking with Right Side. Y'all come sub to the channel every Monday and Tuesday. We have different interviews with content creators, individuals just in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to get to know the family. We want to get to know everybody. Zen, bro, want you over there? Goose, want you over there? Flu, want you over there? I don't know if you Goose or Flu yet, but I'm going to call you both for
Well, you come, we go by Flu. You feel me? Fluence. That's the shit.
But I want to come through, man, and we like to understand what the stories are. You know what I'm saying? How they grew up, what they went through, anything they want to talk about. Then we always want to talk the sport of boxing. And so, man, much love. And thank y'all, man. Thank y'all.
I appreciate you, Dub. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you coming here always. If you got the time, you know what I'm saying, show some love, man, this weekend, especially Saturday, because I'm like, Saturday, we finna go crazy with all the good fights, all the shit we got lined up, man. We're gonna be going crazy on the live. So, you know, if you get the time to join, man, because I don't think you ever joined the Fluence Lounge. So I'm like, join the Fluence Lounge, man. That'd be the most lit. But appreciate you, Dub, as always, man. Go ahead. I think you got something. Go ahead.
Real quick, I was gonna ask, when you say the Fluence Lounge, is it like y'all do it? Talk to me. When does it go down like that?
It's always Saturday. Yeah, when the fights happen, it's usually always Saturday. But whenever the major fight, Fluence Lounge is we got the fights going. We watching the fights and it's just live and we just chilling.
And we might do it on Sunday. 2 now since football, so we might do the Monday night
Yeah.
football,
Yeah,
Sunday
yeah.
night football games. You know,
And
something
once
like
the NBA season start, we're gonna be doing basketball games too. Certain ones. So
yeah,
it's
like
not gonna be every
Cavs, Laker games for sure. We gonna get
That's
on.
it. But specific
Man,
ones.
No, we gonna do big games. Like, if it's like the Clippers and Nets or something, I'll be down to watch something like that.
All right, we gotta see. We'll see.
man,
Great.
you know, I'm gonna drop my Flu. I believe you got my email already. Matter of fact,
Yeah, man. Something might just come through, bro. It's just nothing but love. You already know.
either link and shit, or just send me a reminder because I'll be all over the place. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I'll be all over the place.
I already know, nigga. Just hop in when you can. Hit the notification, nigga, so you know.
Let
But
let
I
me
already
hit
know, man. You already know. We're gonna have the
off, man. Salute to you, too. Zen. Much love. Hey, did you win the motherfucking game, bro?
I'm up 2 in overtime. I got
he
a
finna
couple
get
minutes left.
he gonna get a W.
We
I
gonna
got
get it
respect.
done. I gotta stop Ja. Ja going crazy right now. I gotta stop Ja.
In Memphis?
Yeah, I'm playing Memphis. They going crazy right now. That team
Hey,
is
you already
stacked.
know, man. Hey, be careful, nigga, to see that's that bad luck, nigga. 'Cause you already know where nigga at, nigga.
Man, shut up, man.
Well, hey, let it ride for a second. Let him finish the game, bro. Let him finish the game.
Nah, it's not like I already know he's gonna get a W. But look, all right, look. Last words, then. What you got for the people?
Just stay tuned Saturday, man. It's gonna be one of the craziest boxing weekends the rest of the year. We ain't gonna see another weekend like this. 3 big fights. You feel me? We got Clarissa, we got Devin, we got Wilder. I said that 3 names first because those are the 3 people that's gonna take their victory home to the crib, and it's gonna be a good time, man. Hopefully, the Devin Haney fight isn't underwhelming because I really feel like it might be just boring because he's gonna just give him too much work. And
Man,
Kambosos.
Devin gonna beat the dog shit out, buddy. Devin might stop him. He might stop him. Y'all.
I've been said that. I said that. That's my
I'm
prediction.
trying to tell you, I got a couple niggas who done been in the gym watching Dev, right? A couple of them, and all 3 of them they done told me. They say, and I asked these questions specifically. I said, can Devin beat Shakur? Guess what they say?
Yeah,
Shit,
easy work.
right now, he a dog.
Respectfully.
He looking crazy in sparring. Man,
Respectfully.
respectfully. But man, Devin he finna dog this shit out of Kambosos, bro. And
Go ahead. But Dub, go ahead. Let Zen finish his last word right there.
No, we good.
Yeah, let him get it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Stay tuned, Fluence Lounge. Stay tuned all week. Fluence gonna be giving you updates. He's gonna keep giving you that good work. Y'all keep supporting the work, whether it's hate or not. Keep supporting the work.
Either one. They get us in the algorithm. I don't care what it is.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Just, continue to be great this week, man.
All right, before I even want to get your last word, go ahead, Dub. Go ahead and say it because I seem like you wanted to get some shit off your chest. And real quick, I want to say I want to appreciate you, Jen, my dog. You know what I'm saying? Much salute to you, man. We're gonna be going crazy. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this weekend, it's gonna be it's a rare moment in boxing where we got a triple header with all 3 fights being fired. But go ahead, Dub.
Hey man, the last thing I want to say.
2 last words, nigga.
The last thing I want to say, man, much love to you, Zen. Much love to you, Goose. Thank y'all for always allowing me to rock with y'all, man. I really appreciate it. And man, y'all make me feel valued, bro. And respectfully, y'all make me feel valued, and I gotta have both of y'all on this show. Gotta have y'all on because man, like I said, we getting to know the family and
drop the YouTube, nigga.
I don't even know how to do all of that, man.
Wherever the YouTube name is.
You just go to the YouTube, you go copy the profile link to the
right side.
Hold on. I got it. Give me a second. I'm gonna drop that motherfucker.
All the good shit. So y'all make sure y'all check out that right side. Y'all make sure y'all go check out the channel. We here showing love. I want to say I appreciate Zen. My last words, all I got to say is we're going to finna be back tomorrow. Going crazy with it. We got a lot of things to discuss because it just keeps going when it comes to the boxing community. And that's what I love. I can't wait for this weekend. It's going to be a good time this weekend. We're going to have Fluence Lounge. We're going to go crazy with it. But the only thing that I really wanted to really touch on that I'm really excited for at the end of the day is just the matchups that we have having when it comes to Saturday. It's going to be crazy. So I can't wait for those. I can't wait to watch them. Salute to people, man. Appreciate you, Zen. Salute to everybody who came up here. Make sure I hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the family. Salute to you, Dub Right Side. Go ahead. Anybody, you know what I'm saying? 5 minutes, nigga. Anybody? Last words. All right, we out of here, nigga. Y'all niggas. Salute to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Positivity all day.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Dub trying to. I knew Dub was trying to.
Bro, I was looking, bro. I gotta figure out.
Dub was trying to find shit. No,
Yeah.
hey,
Bro, I gotta figure out how to find the link and shit, bro, to drop it. Cause,
good, bro. Nigga, hey.
but I gotta say this. I gotta say one thing.
Last day, 1 minute, nigga.
Man, I might body your ass in 2K, bro. I might body you, bro. But
I don't play 2K, but Zen, I don't know, man. Zen, this nigga was crazy at it.
Man, anybody who play, man, I'll body your ass there too. But no, it's
Zen,
all
Zen.
I gotta get mad. I don't have Madden.
No, we said 2K, nigga.
Nigga, we could. The new 2K ain't even came.
He said, man, huh? I put him.
2K is out. I got it right now.
When that bitch came out?
Yeah.
24 or 23?
23, bro.
I'm not. I don't know nothing about it, but all right. Appreciate you, Doug.
I didn't even.
You, nigga.
He'll beat the shit out of me.
Appreciate you, Zen. You don't get up out of here. I gotta get up out of here anyways because I gotta get some rest and I gotta eat. So much love to people. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're out here for now. Stay positive, stay amazing, stay blessed. Salute to people. I gotta move my phone. I got no phone. It got a clip, but I'm out.